Good morning, everybody. Dave here. I have a question for you. How much are you dissatisfied with your workplace, with work itself? All of us get down at times with our work. It could be the greatest job in the world and we still struggle. We talked about that this last weekend. We talked about that yesterday. And today I'd like to talk to you about the second action that we can take according to Ephesians 6, 5 through 9, that we could take so we can actually have satisfaction in our workplace. It's all about perspective. It's all about changing perspective. And when we have a lack of vision, a lack of communication, a lack of reward, a lack of recognition going on at work, that shouldn't still take us down a bad path. We still need to look and say, what is my perspective on this? My perspective is I'm doing my work for the Lord, not so much to please people. Now, when we do that, if we do our work according to the Lord and we do it for Him and please Him, we'll do excellence here. And that's the thing we need to get across. And by the way, if you're a teenager, same thing with school. If you give everything to the Lord when it comes to your education, you will end up doing better than trying to please parents and everybody else. So let's go to the second action. The second action is to work sincerely. And it's based off of this. It says, and with sincerity of heart, just as you would obey Christ. So first, we're supposed to be people who are people of respect. And then secondly, we're to be people of sincerity. Now, the word sincerity, it comes from a Greek word, hopletes, which basically means to have integrity, to be righteous in what you're doing. So here's a question, another question for you. Are you taking things, even a pen or even a paperclip from your workplace? Are you kind of fudging with the hours a bit so you can kind of maybe get a lesser a day? And am I really understanding that God is watching this? See, again, this is all about pleasing God. So where's our integrity in the workplace? If you're an employer, when you say we're going to give this to you and then you don't do it, that's not integrity. When you're an employee and you've signed papers saying, yes, I'm going to do this, and then you don't do it and you don't put in the effort, you're basically stealing from God in that particular time frame, because God has put you in that place for that job. You're going to get compensated, and if you don't give your full effort, we're not people of integrity. Now, when we live in respect, as we talked about yesterday, and we are people of integrity, then the sphere of influence that we have at work, which can be pretty big, that sphere is now open to the good news. Because you're doing your good works, being respectful, and you are also being one of integrity, where people want to know more about what you're doing. And when we do that, we then have this good works is taking place. We will produce goodwill at our workplace, and people will want to know what you're about, which will then open up the door for the good news for you to do that. So today, would you consider looking at your life and say, am I living in the workplace, at home, with integrity, and am I thinking about God watching every moment of every day? He is omnipresent. He is everywhere at all times. When we think that way, then we can actually do great things for God at our workplace. So let's be people who live with respect, as we talked about yesterday, and people who work sincerely, honestly, and with integrity and righteousness. Guys, make that a goal today, and I will guarantee you, you will see success in your workplace. Guys, have a great day.